Good afternoon guys, Adam here from Board at Home. In today's Jump In Let's Play, we are taking a look at Sagrada, a game of dice drafting and window crafting. So the object of the game is that we are going to be using these dice here to help create our very own stained glass. So let's take a look at the components of the game and then we will go through the first couple of rounds. So first up, we have our game boards here. We've got one in 4 different colours. Here we've got red, we've got purple, green and blue as well. At the bottom here we have an area where we can slide in our chosen pattern. At the start of the game you'll be given 2 of these. They are double-sided. You pick one of those 2 and then you pick the sides that you want. Along the bottom here you can see there's a number of dots here. These relate to favour tokens, which are these clear tokens here, and these will be used in another part of the game, and we'll explain that momentarily. Next to our game board we also have our private objective, one with the grey dice on the back there, and this private objective will give us something that we are working towards. So you can see here we're looking to get yellow dice because at the end of the game we score value equal to the sum of values on the yellow dice. Here we have our round tracker. So we run for 10 rounds in this game. We keep track of this by using one of the unused dice from each drafting round to mark off that we have done that round. Once we've got to 10, it's turned over. We have our score tracker for our end of game scoring, which we then use these tokens here to keep an eye on. Underneath we have our tool cards. So these are what we use our favour tokens for. So to use these we simply place our token on that to do that effect. So if we take a look at this one here, for example, this will allow us to move any one die in your window, ignoring colour restrictions. You must obey all other placement restrictions, including colour adjacency restrictions. So there are restrictions to what you place on the stained glass pattern there, and we will go over those when we get to the dice. And here we have our public objectives. So we have 3 of these for the game, and you can see a variety of them here. So this one, for example, will give us 5 points at the end of the game for each column with no repeated colours. So you can see here it's got 4 of the colours that are available. If it was green, green, yellow, blue, for example, we wouldn't be able to score that. And then if we take a look quickly at these 2 here, you can see that this one's scoring 2 points for every set of 1 and 2 on the board. This one here scoring us 4 points for every set of 1 of each of the 5 colours anywhere on the board. So, the dice and the placement. The dice are here. These are these lovely translucent dice that will make up our stained glass effect. And by placement, we mean simply that if that was a 3 there, for example, we would not be able to put a 3 there, and we would not be able to put, say, if I can find one that is, I would not be able to put a yellow there. So we've got some restrictions that are around just to add a little bit more depth to the strategy of the game. So we'll get into the first round and we'll do a couple of rounds just to give you an idea. So first up, we take out of the dice bag enough dice equal to 2 per player plus 1. So for here we are looking at 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 1, 9. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more dice are needed. 8, 9. So we've got a nice little variety of the dice there. That's good. We roll these dice and this will form our drafting pool. So you can see we've got a nice selection of dice there. We've actually got a lot of 1 and 2s here as well, which is quite handy if anyone is going to be chasing the light shades, for example. So we start with us. We will pick one of these dice. If we so chose in this, we could pick one of these and place our favour token on that. If we do, we get to do that effect on that tool. So for example here, after drafting, increase or decrease the value of one drafted die by 1. So we could take this, for example, and put it down to a 1, or we could take this and put it down to a 2, so on and so forth. So let's start. We're going to take that 2. 1 because we have our yellow objective. We also have this light shades, which looks like a nice easy one to try and get a hold of on this game. So when we place our dice, it has to be in an edge or in the corner. So anything around this outside rectangle. After that, they then need to be placed adjacent to or diagonally from. So we've taken our dice, the next player then takes theirs. So let's say they take this 5, they place it here, we then come to the next player, he's going to take the other blue, he's going to start in this corner, and our last player is going to take this 6, he's going to start in this corner here. Now, once he's taken his turn, it doesn't come back round to us, it actually snakes back. So this player over here, the blue player, is then going to take the next dice. So he's got a 1 there. So he's going to take this purple one and put that there. The next player is going to take this 3. He's going to place his there. This player is going to take the red 1, place it here. We're then going to take this 2. And then we're going to play this actually, because this will allow us to increase or decrease the value on one die by 1. Because we can't place the 2 next to this, let's put that down to a 1. This will allow us to place that, say, here. And for our endgame scoring, we've already got 2 points potentially in the bag for the end of the game. So this dice is left over. So this is put on the 1 on the tracker to signify that the first round is over. So we then go into the bag on this player's turn. He then draws out 9 dice as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he rolls those dice. And then it's him first to pick the dice that he wants to put down. So following these, he can place in these spaces here, this one here, diagonally here, or this one here. So he's going to take the 6 and he's going to put that in the green there. This player is going to take a purple 1 and he's going to place his there. This player then, he is going to take this red 2 and place it there, and then it comes to us. We get to decide what we are placing. So let's place this red here. We then get to choose the next one because it snakes backgrounds. So let's take this 3 here, put that in there. So this means we're also working towards this objective where we're looking to get one column or a column with no repeated colours. So we only need a blue or a green really to go in there. But we've done our bit for now, so it then goes back to this player. So here, he can place the 6 if he so wishes. So he's going to place that 6 there. This player, he doesn't have a red here, so he can't place anything there. He can't place a yellow here or here. He doesn't have a red. He could place something here, for example. So he's going to place a green there. And it's a green 1. We've got a 4 of any colour above it, a 2 of any colour to the sides, and a red's here, so it's not going to clash with anything. And then this player here gets to pick the last dice, so he's going to take the purple and go here, for example. This dice then goes here, and then it's on to the next player. And we keep doing that until we've got to the 10th round. At the end of the 10th round, we score everything up based on our private objective as well as the public objectives here, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. So that is everything for Sagrada. As you can see there, it is actually a wonderfully simple game. The setup isn't difficult, but there's a lot of depth to the actual gameplay, and that's something I really like in games. I mean, I'll show you the rulebook very quickly. There we go, there's the rules. Most of that is setup and components. Here it tells you the actions you can take, which is to select a die or use a tool card. And on the back there, we just have a page about the endgame scoring. So really simple rules, but it belies the actual strategy and the actual depth and thinking that will go on in the game, because you do have to think carefully about where exactly you are placing all of your dice, in what colour combination, in number combinations. You'll be looking at your objectives as well. You've got your tool tokens, you've got your favours to think about, so you can adjust things. So yeah, all in all, simple rules, deep gameplay, absolutely love it. If you enjoyed that video and you want to know more about Sagrada, do pop in. We have the copy in our library for you to play. Or if you want to ask any more questions about it, just get in touch. I'll be happy to do so. That's everything for now, guys. We'll see you in the boardroom.